Hello and welcome to Chapter 14, Reporting the Status of the Project. During this video lecture, we will do the following two things. One is there will be an introduction to reporting the status of the project. And second, we will look at the status reporting process. Now, in terms of the introduction, throughout the project or any project, progress often varies from the project plan. That is, at any point in time, the project may be ahead of or behind schedule. And it is natural and even expected that there is some variance. This is the normal state of projects, that sometimes they're ahead, sometimes they're behind, and it sort of shifts back and forth. That's very normal. However, the important thing is that the project manager and other stakeholders are aware of this variance, because it is in this awareness that actions may be taken. So that's really the purpose of the status reporting process, is to produce this awareness that it causes or allows for action to take place. So let's look at the status reporting process, and it's a multi-step process. So step one is to step back and look at the overall status of the project. So at any point in time, often some things may be going well and some things may not be going well. So it's a collection of good things and bad things, hopefully more good than bad, but it varies from project to project. An assessment is made to determine whether the project is in one of three states. And the methodology used is fairly universal across projects and across organizations, and it's based on a green, yellow, red methodology that is common and with anyone who is familiar with traffic lights. Of green means go, yellow means caution, and red means stop. We're all fairly familiar with this methodology, and projects use the same sort of symbolism. Green status means that everything's on track, that we are in a position to complete the project according to its objectives. A yellow status means that there's caution. There may be some, we may be falling a little bit behind schedule. We might be going a little bit over budget. There may be issues that are on the horizon, but it's recoverable. Red status means that we are in trouble, that there is serious problems that are forming in terms of perhaps we're way behind schedule, way over budget, or there may be significant issues. So this green, yellow, red status designation is very important to provide the overall context for the status report. Step two is to list the activities that have been worked on since the last status report. And usually status reports are produced on a weekly basis. So since the last status report, say in the last week, the activities that have been worked on. So it's a snapshot of what have we done lately in the last week. Step three is to list the activities to be worked on until the next status report. So therefore, during the next week, assuming that status reports are produced on a weekly basis. Next step is to list the current project issues. So what is it? A listing of, what are the things that are going wrong at this point that may or that will, if not corrected, impede the successful completion of the project. And step five is to list any changes that have been made since the last status report. So any changes to the project plan that have occurred since the last status report should be listed on the status report. So those are the 5 steps. It's now time to refer again to our course case study. So let's take a look at that. So please pause this video now and either read this section entitled Case Study Update, Reporting the Status of the Project on pages 166 to 167 of the textbook, or you can view the video at the following URL. So if you would like to pause the video at this point, please review the case study and then restart this video. Okay, so this is the project status report that was produced as part of the textbook case study. So you can see the format. It lists the project name, the week ending, so the date of the report, the project status, though in this case, the project status is yellow, and we can see a description of why that's the case. There's a description there just that is indicating to the reader of why this project status is yellow. And you can see from here, the work of the project is proceeding well with all tasks currently on schedule. The project is reporting a yellow project status for two main reasons. There's an over budget and there's an issue that's being investigated. So it's being reported as a yellow status because those things could cause the project not to achieve its objectives. The next section, down about halfway down the screen, is the activities that were worked on during the past week, and you can see there's a number of activities there. The next section, the activities planned for the next week, and you can see there's a number of activities that are planned there. The project issues, there are 4 main issues that are listed, and the project changes that are listed. There was 1 change that was made. So you can see that this project status report, it would be a page or 2, provides a very clear indication of the current status of the project. It's a very important document, both for the project manager and key stakeholders, such as the project sponsor. And it's very important to produce this accurately and effectively throughout the project. These are the references that were used during this video, and that's the end of the video.